All right, so now let's take a look at how to create a Nearpod. So some of you have already had some experience with Nearpod, so you can go ahead and skip ahead to the next section. For everyone else, let's start here where create is. So I'm going to click on create. It's going to give us a blank lesson. Okay, so what you can do the way I explain to people, if you know how to do PowerPoint, then you should be able to do Nearpod. It's a pretty good transition. So what a lot of teachers do is that they develop a PowerPoint lesson, and what they do is they'll save it to their desktop, and they'll just drag and drop it here, or they'll click upload files, and they'll be able to upload them right up into here. All right, so let's start us off. So let's start with an opening slide. And from here, I can choose adding content. And the add content, this is your basic slide. It doesn't give you a lot of options. That's why a lot of teachers like to build their stuff in PowerPoint. The only problem is with the PowerPoint is that once you can't make any animations that go along with it. All right. We have several other options here. The 3D field trips. The 360 field trips. You can put slideshows. You can use sways. We can input videos, audios, PDFs, and even a Twitter stream. Excuse me. All right, so the next part we can add web content. And in the web content, you can just place here a URL address, and it'll give the students an option to go to a website of your choosing. The activity, we can have open-ended questions for students to follow, poll questions, quizzes, draw it, which we're going to really use here today, the collaborate feature, which is a really good feature, but I've noticed in experience sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Fill in the blanks and the memory test. All right, so we're going to build a basic slideshow. So let's go to slide. And from here, you can choose different color backgrounds and styles. This is pretty much the limit to what you have. All right, so I'm just going to pick one. Let's go with, I like the blue, just because I like the texture of the background. All right, so now I can click to add title, and I can do this right here, Nearpod. You can put whatever you want. You can put the date, the topic, whatever. Now, from here, I can click the plus sign. I could add text, okay? I could add video, images, or a GIF. It's an animated picture. So it's up to you. So if I were to choose the letters, I could choose the size, where it's placed on the sheet, bullets, or numbers, and that's it. So, like I said, it doesn't give us a lot of practice. A lot of options. What I tend to do with these is I go into an image, or I can go into the GIF. Some people call them GIFs, whatever. Let's go to an image, and let's look up something. Let's look up Nearpod. So upload my own. I can choose it from my Google Drive, Dropbox, anything like that. But we're going to look it up on Google. And I can click on the first one. I can scroll through, and sometimes it'll load more. Sometimes it doesn't. So I'll put Nearpod. Click on it. Click Save. And there we are. The picture, I can make it smaller. I can make it larger. Okay. And the same thing also with the GIF. All right. So now that I have this here, I can put save and exit. So I'm going to save and exit. Okay, and it'll process. You'll see the saving slide. You'll know you're ready to go when the slide turns orange. Sometimes it moves a little bit faster than others, depending on which server you're on, which internet. But there we go. So now we have an orange link. So now I can click on it. I can click away from it. I can convert it to draw. I can copy it. So I can delete it, or I can add something else. So I'm going to copy it just for our sake right now, and I'm going to paste it. Now I can move it. Once it's highlighted, I can move it wherever I want in the presentation. Okay. From here, I can also click Convert to Draw. It's going to ask me if I want to keep an original. What that'll do is one will be able, like, it's just a regular picture, and the other one I can actually draw on it. I usually say no, just because then it makes my presentation a little bit big to have double images. So now it has a draw feature, which means students, when they get to this slide, they can actually draw on it. They can draw, they can highlight, they can type on it, they can do several different things, right? If you want to delete an object, then you just go ahead and click delete, and there we go. All right, so this is what we're going to have here. We're going to have our Nearpod practice. I'm going to make another slide. And let's see what we're going to be working on today. So today, what are we going to be working on? Well, let's add some text here. All right. So the first thing we're going to look at here is how to make a slide. Ta-da! You have now completed step number 1. Step number 2, we're going to import images from your computer. And I'm going to put here snipping tool. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our PDFs, our worksheets, and we're going to put them in here one at a time for student interaction. So we're going to be using the snipping tool today. We're also going to be adding a web page. Oops. And the last thing we're going to be working here is how to save and share. We're going to go pretty basic today. All right, save and exit. And while that's processing, again, it'll turn orange when it's ready to go. I have here already a sense of like worksheets that I have completed, that I've already scanned in. So you can actually take your workbooks or your PDFs that you have already, and you could have it scanned in just like so. So what you'll see me doing here is let's just take this page, page number 4 and page number 3, and I'm going to zoom in on it. Let's go 150. Yeah, it's a good size. So we'll zoom into it about this size right here. And what we're going to do is we'll come down to the start. And actually, you can type it here. Ours is already showing there in the taskbar, but I'll write in snipping tool. And there is our snipping tool. I usually like to right-click on it, and I like to pin it to the taskbar, so that way it's already here for us. So we'll click on it. There we go. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and select new. And you see that the background is all shaded out. That means this entire work area I can go ahead and pull from. So what I'm going to do is I will click and hold in this corner for number 1. And just like that. Okay, I can always go back and clean it up. I can hit new again. And this time clean it up, just like so. I'll click save. And I'm going to save it as something that I'm on my desktop, something that's going to be easy to know which order is. I'm just going to go with 1 because it's question number 1. And I'll hit save. Now I'll continue to do the rest of it